everyone. Welcome to the Nintendo Prime Podcast, episode 76. I am your host, as always, Nathaniel Rumpel Jantz. Immediately to my right, your guys' middle, we got Mike Odyssey. How's it going, bud?
It's going good. It's going great. You know, it's all good. You know,
Into the AM, code Michael. Yeah, you can also go to intotheam.com/Nintendo Prime 10.
It's going. Well, you gotta let me sell a T-shirt because I haven't sold one yet. They're gonna kick me out.
They're gonna kick you. Yeah, I got an ad coming up with them. I think this week actually. Wait, no, next week. Yeah, next week.
It's going
next week.
It's going good. You win some, you lose some. I got free T-shirts. That's I can say it's good.
There you go. Hey, free T-shirts are free T-shirts, and they're nice T-shirts.
But yeah. I mean, doing good.
Awesome.
Good to see. Wait, why back up this camera? Because my face looks like.
Yeah, you're huge. Yeah, I was gonna zoom us in more, and then I realized we'll just let Mike be the center of attention.
The center of attention.
Literally.
Yeah.
I know your camera only zooms out so far. So.
There you go. I think.
Yeah, I can't zoom out any further for you, or suddenly there's black bars everywhere. I mean, I could, I guess, but I mean.
Yeah.
All the way to the right, we got Eric Moore.
Oh.
Work schedule ever changing as always.
Yeah.
So he's here.
Yeah. It's
You'll be here next week?
crazy. No, probably not.
Then again, you probably weren't supposed to be here this week.
No, I was not supposed to be
so
here this
who
week,
knows?
So yeah.
So who knows?
No.
It's
I
an
can almost
ever
guarantee you the next 2 weeks I'm probably not going to be here.
Well, I feel like you've said that every time, and then you're back after like a week.
You're not wrong.
Like, oh, he's gone, and then he's back. And it's been every other week. But you know what? His work schedule is crazy this time around. All right.
So right now, as my schedule sits, next week's I'm out. The following week I'm back, and then the following week I'm out.
So that's
and then
3 of the next 4.
possibly the following week, then 2 I'm out.
So possibly 5 of the next 6. So he'll be gone for 1.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be here for the Game Awards or not, guys. I would presume he will not be. That would be my safe presumption.
I think I'm scheduled to
because
be
it is on
off that
Thursday.
week. So I think that is my scheduled week off of not traveling. So
we'll see.
Yeah,
It is a Thursday
at this point.
So we'll see if he's gonna be here for the Game Awards stream or not. He knows that stream runs late because the Game Awards is crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? What else is new?
All
my streams. The Oscars. Yeah. All the streams around here go late. All right. So today's gonna be a little bit of a different stream. We will start off with what we've been playing lately, and we'll get to that in a moment. But it is the Game Awards betting special. Basically, we just go through all the awards. We're basically backwards and forwards. So we end with Game of the Year. Each of us make a choice on what, we're not doing like debating it or anything. We're just making choices. We can give our reasoning or not give our reasoning because maybe we don't have a reasoning because we don't know. We're just randomly picking games. Happens. And then obviously whoever wins the betting special will get a prize, and whoever loses, so the 2 losers, will have to be punished. And I don't know what the punishment is yet. Maybe that's something we figure out over the course of this show. Beats me. Because we still haven't really figured out the Bayonetta 3 thing, because we still don't really have any sales numbers to figure out Bayonetta 3. So we have that bet just floating out there, and we have no numbers. So I don't know what to do about that one. But this is something that's not based on numbers. What we normally do is we decide as we go how many points we're going to assign to each award. So Game of the Year is usually worth the most points. Esports one's usually worth the least. But it all just depends. And I have a document here that I have all of our votes down, and then I'll have how many points each one's worth. We don't just go 1 point for each one. We keep it interesting. Because if like halfway through the award show, one of us is landsliding the other, it might not matter because there could be a bunch of other awards that are worth a lot more. So it kind of keeps everyone in the hunt for the entirety of the Game Awards. Heck, we usually don't even know who won until after the Game Awards because we just... sometimes the awards aren't even announced.
Yeah,
we had one come down to where it was so tight that it came down to an award that was never announced during the show, and we didn't know what the winner was until it randomly appeared on the website 3 days later.
Yeah.
That's how tight the betting specials have been. So it's a lot of fun. We don't know what's going to happen, but before we get to it, what have we been playing lately? Mike, let's start with you, buddy. What have you been playing?
Me, I've been like seriously this week when it comes to games, I play What have I played? I played a little bit of Sonic. Really got nowhere in Sonic. Just kind of maybe just walked around some stuff. Um, played. Oh wait, I think I have a game here. Bought this game right here.
Oh, here we go.
Bought this one right here.
Nice.
A Link
Also
Between
wanna play
Worlds.
this. Legend of Zelda: A Link Between,
Between
Worlds.
Yep, yep.
On 3DS. I don't have a 3DS, but I wanted to play it on my Steam Deck legally, so I actually bought the game for that. I don't know how to.
You wanted it? They wanted the moral stance. Technically,
Yeah.
if you download the ROM, the downloading of the ROM is illegal either way. Morally, you feel better though because you own the game.
Yeah, I actually I want to learn how to transfer the ROM. That I'm not. I
You have
played
to,
it
you have
yet.
to get a modded
Alright.
3DS and then dump it. Yeah.
Yeah, so got it. I want to play that game. What else have I played? A little bit Animal Crossing, maybe like for 2 minutes. Played Mario. I played. I'm telling you, my gameplay stuff, literally all over the place. It's like I just turn it on, playing. I'm just gonna put it aside, do something else. And that's basically it. That's all I played. I mean, people been making fun of me because you know how when your friends on Nintendo Online, you can see what the other person is playing. I'm like, Mike, what are you doing? You're 1 minute you're playing this game and the other you're playing the other one, and you haven't played this game enough. And I was playing Pokemon Legends Arceus for like an hour, trying to see if I can get a little further ahead before getting ready for Pokemon Violet and Garlic. But yeah,
Violet garlic.
It's a joke with his fans.
Nice.
that's right. That's where I am
Pokemon
right now.
Garlic. Cool. Eric, what have you been playing lately?
Nice. I have been playing some Sparks of Hope. I have 99% of the first world, so I think I may have missed a chest somewhere in there.
There's something you can't do in the first world till you beat the game.
Until you beat the game. Okay.
Yep.
Fun.
So you won't be able to 100% it yet.
Fantastic. Okay. That's good to know, because otherwise I was going to be
Yeah.
beating my health.
I got frustrated when I was doing the review. I was trying to 100%, and I'm like, why can't I? And then I found the thing. I'm like, oh, you'd have to be level this. You have to have this. I'm like, okay, well, so you're meant to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. I think I'm about 20% of the second world. So slowly but surely getting there.
Getting there,
Working
making
my
us.
way-
What are you?
making my way downtown.
What are your thoughts so far?
No, it's great. The Sparks definitely do add something interesting.
Very different.
They're not like shoehorned in and made it feel like why the hell are these here? They do add some fun to the dynamics of things. So I mean, I probably should be playing on the hardest difficulty. I'm playing on the medium difficulty right now, but
Yeah, it's not very difficult.
it's
game.
And
on normal.
I'm still having
anyways.
fun, so
Oh, yeah,
that's all that
totally.
matters. Yeah, no, and then I'm also played for a little bit of time a game that Mike will appreciate because he created it. Bob Catch.
Cool.
Yeah, I got my highest was 10 points.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's pretty high. That's pretty high because the game is pretty difficult.
yeah. So no. Yeah, shout out to Mike for making that one. It's a pretty fun game. So
Yeah.
You guys and your shout outs. So I have been playing. Wait, what?
no,
Someone say something?
no, just feedback.
Feedback. Who's feeding Mac? Who's feeding Mac? Who's coming? Who's running around downtown?
I made my way downtown, but
Yeah, I know. You made your way. So I have played basically 2 games. I played Police Simulator 2023, which I think is actually Police Simulator 2022. I'll just say this now. There are many menus in that game that make reference to Police Simulator 2022. But the
Really?
startup screen says 2023. I kind of feel like they just took 2022 and just reskinned it into 2023. I could be wrong.
nice.
I don't know. It was a sponsored video, and I don't want to be mean about it, but it was something I noticed after I made my video on it. I was like, this is a little weird. But I don't know because the 2022 version doesn't exist on Switch. So I guess it really doesn't make that big of a difference. But
Yeah.
it actually is pretty fun. Way more fun than Bus Simulator was. There's a lot to do. I know some people were making some pretty mean jokes in the comments about it because I understand that some people have problems with the police, and that's okay. But your problems are not my problems. So, in general, I thought it was pretty good.
They gave it the FIFA treatment.
Pretty good. Pretty good. The FIFA treatment.
As Sam says, they gave it the FIFA treatment.
Yeah. Towing cars, giving out tickets, pulling people over, dropping the spikes in car chases. It's not bad for an indie game. It was a lot better than I expected. And then a game I'm playing right now, a game that I literally have probably spent most of my time in the last week, is Sonic Frontiers. I am having some really good fun. I haven't technically left the first island yet because I have too much fun just running around in this game and just trying to 100% everything. And I forget what I've already done. So then I run to markers on the map that I've already completed.
There's no progress thing or anything.
I mean, there is. I just get disoriented.
Nice.
And that's maybe, that's on me that I get disoriented, but also the camera does some weird things. The camera does some very weird things. So you just end up having these weird things happen, and I don't know. It's whatever, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. A lot, I know some people think I hate Sonic Frontiers. A lot of people think I hate it, but I don't. Just because I said some critical things about the game doesn't mean that I dislike the game. I dislike the way they talk about the game publicly. The game itself is fine. It's a solid game. It's a solid game so far. Once I beat it, I'll have a grander opinion on it, and I'll get it beat here. I wanted to beat it before Scarlet and Violet came out. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'll get it beat before Christmas. I'll be playing a lot more during the holidays because I plan to do what I normally never do. I'm bringing my Switch to family functions because I noticed something when I'm at the family functions that no one talks to me, and I just kind of sit there. So if I'm just going to kind of sit there and no one's going to talk to me, I might as well play Switch.
But that's the one time then that somebody will come over and yell. Your mom will come over and yell at you because you're playing it.
Oh, you're playing it. I'm like, okay, I put it away. An hour later, can I play now?
Yeah, right.
Nothing's happened in the last hour.
Yeah, right.
Everyone pays attention to my kids. Nobody cares about me. That's just what happens once you have kids. The family just tends not to really think you're there unless your kids do something wrong. But it's all right. I plan to bring it with and play a little bit and have some fun. I'm really glad it has Bluetooth headphone support now, so I can just hook my AirPods up to it and enjoy it. Yes. Especially because we always spend the Christmas Eve at my parents for Santa to come. So while I'm waiting for my kids to fall asleep, I can play it without them knowing that I'm playing it.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. Let me see.
Speaking about finishing games, I've been having a problem finishing games. Like I start playing them halfway through. I feel like for certain games I lose interest and then never finish them, and I just jump to the next game. Well, so I feel like I'm more like a game sampler than a game finisher.
Well, you got to find those games that you like that don't lose interest.
Yeah, it has to have a story that really brings me in. Like something that brings me in order for me to. Horizon
Forbidden West,
Dawn, Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. Okay.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn was that type of game for me, and I just like since Breath of the Wild. And I actually finished that game really 2 months. I think it took me.
That's
but
not
yeah,
bad.
I mean, and the thing is, I'm eventually gonna go back and finish them because I want to finish them. Like I haven't finished Kirby and Forgotten Land yet. I haven't even finished it, so I need to go back to the.
Did you finish Mario Odyssey?
Yeah, Mario Odyssey I did. Yeah, Mario's I've finished. I'm actually finishing now. Mario Sunshine. That's my last Mario that I need to finish before I finish every single Mario game.
Did you finish Bowser's Fury?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my favorite.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was really good.
But yeah, man, I've been having that game sampler thing, syndrome thing.
All right. So how this is going to work, guys, because we're going to get right into the betting special here. I'm not going to show the nominees on screen like I normally would. I was trying to set up a layout for it. It just honestly really wasn't working. So I'm just going to say what we're voting on, and then Nate list off the nominees. Eric and Mike can both pull it up on their own screens if they want to look at the Game Awards website nominees. But basically, it's just, I don't know. I'll just call it a person and say, make a guess, pick one. And we'll just go around and we'll pick one and we move on to the next category. If you want to say something about the game you're picking, that's totally up to you. If you don't, cool. And then it might not be a game, it might be a person because we got the esports ones. So as an example, our first category is best esports event. Before I list them, how many points should best esports event be worth?
1 point.
1 point? Mm-hmm. All right, yep. 1 point. All right. So, best esports events. We have EVO 2022. Then we have the 2022 League of Legends World Championship. Then we have the PGL Major Antwerp 2022. We have the 2022 Midseason Invitational. And then we have Valorant Champions 2022. Let's just go to Mike. Who's winning? Who you got?
League of Legends. League of Legends.
All right, 2022 League of Legends Championship. All right, Eric, what do you got?
League. That's the one I was going to go with.
All right.
That's what I'm hoping wins.
That's the only one I know.
Yep.
That's what happens a lot with the esports one. I'm going with EVO 2022. I know there was no Smash, but whatever. I want to be different. All right. Our next category is Best Esports Coach. I got to write this down. Best Esports Coach.
Mike Odyssey.
Really? What team you coaching?
Coaching the Norwegian Nundoers.
The Norwegian Undoers.
Castellanos.
Oh, boy. So Best Esports Coach. It says the esports coach judged to be the most outstanding per performance and conduct in 2022. They're considering personal conduct. All right. So the nominees are Andriy Biad 3 Horodensky.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be.
It's
supposed to be baddie.
I don't know. Then we have Matthias Bizka Taraskani.
Keep it clean.
These are the names.
Yeah.
The names are the names.
Yeah,
I can't help what they name themselves.
Yeah.
Eric Doombros Sandgren. Robert Robin Dahlstrom. Go Score Dongbin.
What the heck? Keep it clean, Nate.
Those are. Hey, are you making fun of someone's last name right now?
I'm not.
I feel like you're saying it's not clean. It's the last name. What do you want me to do about it? For extra information, Andrev Biad is a CSGO coach of Natus Vincier. Matthias Bizka is a coach of Loud that plays Valorant. Eric Doombros is coach of FPX that plays Valorant. Robert is coach of FaZe Clan for CSGO. And then Dongbin is coach of Gen G for League of Legends. All right. So, Eric, who you got? Wait. How many points?
Oh.
First. How many points, guys?
1 point.
1 point.
1 point.
1 point. All right. Eric, who you got?
I got to stick with Eric because.
All right. Well, at least there's only one Eric. I'm just going to write down Eric.
Yep.
With a K.
Yes. Sadly. He misspelled it, but that's fine.
he misspelled it. Oh, boy. I'm going to go with Dongbin.
Nice.
It's a League of Legends thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't.
Mike, who you got?
I'll go with Dongbin too.
There we go. We got some Dongbin.
We got some Dongbins. Woo.
Dongbin. All right. The next category is Best Esports Team. Hopefully I can pronounce these ones better. How many points are we making this one, guys?
1 point.
There's one.
All right. I feel like we're going to go one with most of the esports.
Yeah.
So the best esports team. We got Dark Zero Esports for Apex Legends, FaZe Clan for CSGO, Gen G for League of Legends, LA Thieves for Call of Duty, and Loud for Valorant. I guess I haven't gone first yet. I'll go first. I'm going to go with Gen G because I voted for their coach. Mike, who you got?
Call of Duty.
The Call of Duty team, which was LA Thieves. All right. And Eric, who you got?
I'll go with FaZe Clan.
FaZe Clan. They're pretty well known. All right. Cool. Next up, what do we got? We got the best esports athlete.
Yay.
How many points? Yes. Hey, these are pro gamers. Respect.
Oh,
Yep.
Can you repeat that yet?
Best esports athlete.
Okay.
All right. So we got Jeong Chovy Jihoon from Gen G, League of
That's me.
Legends. We have Lee Faker Sang Hyoka. I don't know. These are obviously Asian names. I can't pronounce them very well. From T1 from League of Legends. We have Finn Kerrigan Anderson from FaZe Clan for CSGO. We have Alexandra Simple Kostioliv from Natus Vincere for CSGO. And then we have Jacob Ye Whitaker?
I think it's Whitaker.
I think it's Whitaker? Okay, from Cloud9 for Valorant. Eric, who you got?
Just because I know him, well, I've heard of him. Faker from T1 LOL. League.
All right.
Faker's a good player.
Faker. I will go with... I'm just going to stick with my Gen G thing. I'm going to go with Chovy Jihoon. I'll just put Chovy. Mike, who you going with?
No, with that first one.
The Chovy?
Yep.
Chovy? Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Flying through it. See, guys, this won't take too long. And by the way, we have a bonus topic if we get through this quick enough, guys. It's a pretty big deal, something we do need to at least mention before the end of the podcast. Now we have best esports game. How many points?
1 point.
1.
1. All right. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant. All right. Mike, which game is the best esports game?
League of Legends.
League of Legends. Eric, how about you?
League.
Yeah, I was going to go League too. But you know what? Because you guys went League.
You're going to go with Rocket League?
No.
No. Huh.
I'm writing down the names. I am going to go with Valorant. One of the newest games
Nice.
on this list.
Actually, just because I'm
Uh-oh.
going to go Rocket.
Uh-oh. Guess we didn't
I
lock
love
it in.
I love me some LOL, but
All right.
we're Rocket.
Next up, we have, here we go. Here's a category. Might be worth more than a point. I don't know. There's a certain game I know we want to win. Doesn't mean we think it will win. 'Cause remember, we're trying to pick who's going to win. Most anticipated game. So these are games that aren't out yet. How many points are we going with this one?
10 points.
Jesus.
Man, he really doesn't like the esports thing.
I mean, I think we normally keep them like 5 and
No,
under,
no,
don't we?
it's 10's the max.
10's the
10's the
max?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Sure. I mean,
3 points.
I don't care either way. I thought we had
Alright,
kept
10
them
points.
5 and I thought we
Nope,
had kept
eh.
them 5 and under, but
We'll go 10 points.
yeah.
We'll go 10. It's fine. It'll be probably as high rated as Game of the Year. Watch Game of the Year. We only make it a 3
Game of the Year's 15.
All right. So for most anticipated games, we have Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now, there's obviously the game we all want to win, but does that mean we think it's going to win? Because this is about beating each other, not about anything else.
I mean, you know what? I feel like Hogwarts, like Harry Potter, has more fans than Breath of the Wild and Zelda. around the world. So,
You going Hogwarts?
no, I'm gonna go with Hyrule Kingdoms. Hyrule Kingdom.
You mean Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Eric, what do we got?
I mean,
Tears of the Baby.
if it doesn't win, Tears of the Kingdom. If it doesn't win,
It's not
that's
even the
wrong.
most anticipated game in Japan right now, guys. It loses on the poll every single time in Japan. Because here's the thing. Final Fantasy is just as big as Zelda. Hogwarts Legacy, the hype for that is so real. Resident Evil 4, it's a remake, so that's just got lots of hype from the original. And the fact that all the remakes of 1 through 3 were very, very good. And then Starfield is literally the next big game from Bethesda. And it has insane hype around it.
It's a big game, but I'm gonna remain faithful.
Faithful. What kind of the only faith here? It's a betting special. The only faith is to win.
Yeah.
To
what are you
win.
saying?
I'm
Fine.
torn.
Because here, wait. This is a 10-point category. Here's the thing. If it is Tears of the Kingdom and I don't go that way, I'm going to be down 10 points.
Shit.
Which is a big deal. But also, and yes, guys, Zelda's my favorite IP. But I need to go with my heart. And my heart is saying that there's an extreme Sony bias. So Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
Just did a video on this. Just did a video that all the outlets on the voting panel love PlayStation, and Final Fantasy 16 is an exclusive. Just throwing that out there. I don't know if that's how most anticipated is getting voted for, but going out there.
I'm actually Final Fantasy 16 looks pretty good, but I'm torn between the Harry Potter one and Tears of the Kingdom. I'm torn. Like I know my heart wants to go to Tears of the Kingdom, but popularity wise, and again, I know how big the Harry Potter fanhood.
Remember though, fan votes only count for 10%.
Oh, well, that's true. That is true. Hold up. Okay,
That's why I went with the panel that just keeps giving Sony games all the awards. So I went with the Sony exclusive.
That's another thing. Then I'll go with the Sony one then.
Oh, no! I taught no! No! Mike just... I should have just went straight to the next category and not allowed to change. But I let Mike... Mike! Put it down! Put it down! Damn it. Damn it. That's it. I'm changing mine to Starfield then.
Starfield?
God, I talked Mike into my own. I should have said nothing.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Next category is best adaptation, which basically means best video game thing brought into another form of entertainment. So TV shows, movies. Mario movie will probably be on this list next year, but it's not out yet. So here's what we have. We have Arcane League of Legends, which was a Netflix show. We have
Never heard of it.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which was another Netflix thing. The Cuphead show, which again was on Netflix. We obviously had the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, and then we had the Uncharted movie.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah,
Eric, you vote first this time. What are you going with? What do you think's going to win?
Sonic.
Oh, and how many points?
No. Yeah.
Give it a 5.
5? All right, let's do it. Let's do 5. All right,
Yeah,
so
we're kind of going up in points. So
Sonic the
we're at
Hedgehog
5
2.
level,
All right.
and
I will go with... See, I feel like Sonic might be the biggest success on there, but it might not be the darling. Uncharted, I mean, if I want to keep my Sony bias thing, you go with Uncharted. You know what? I'm going with the Cuphead show.
It is very good.
It is very good.
Very good.
And I know that Cuphead did really well at one point at the Game Awards.
Yeah. Never seen the Cuphead show or the other one. I know I saw Uncharted and I know about Sonic. I know Uncharted didn't do. I mean, there's a lot of fans who liked it, and there's a lot of fans who didn't like it. So it was like really 50-50. Again, it's not about the fans, but
Yep.
man, I'm gonna go. I want to say with Sonic, just because Sonic was kind of like I feel like dead for a while, with all these other games. But then movie like transitioning into the movie, it was very successful. With all the whole drama about ugly Sonic, and then the change. There was a lot of drama there. There was a lot of it made a lot of waves, and then it became very successful. And then the second part became even more successful. So I feel like if we're talking about success stories when it comes to interpretations of a video game, then Sonic, I will go with Sonic.
All right. So we have next up best debut indie game. Now it says the description here is for the best debut game created by a new independent studio. Yep. So here's what we got. We got Neon White, we got Norco, we got Stray, we got Tunic, and we got Vampire Survivors. Notably, just so we're all on the same playing field, Stray is up for Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Tunic is also has 2 other things it's nominated for as well. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page because I've already looked at the awards and did a whole video on this. So I'll go first, and I'm going to go with the game that it's literally the highest rated indie game of the year. It's not going to win, but I'm going Neon White because it should win because it's the best game on this list. It's not going to win, but it should win. I'm standing up for what's right, not what's going to get me the win. Oh, by the way, how many points for this one? I might have to change my vote depending on how many points this one is.
Keep it at 5.
Keep it at 5? All right. We got a 5er.
How many ones do we have?
Ones? We have a lot of ones.
Most of the esports.
All the esports ones are ones.
Yeah.
That's five ones.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we can do five fives and then move up to like maybe two numbers.
Hey, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Eric, best debut indie game.
I'm gonna say Tunic.
Ooh, going with Tunic. All right. Tunic is, I believe, a fan favorite. Debuted on Xbox. Later got ported to other platforms. Mike, what are we doing? Who's winning?
I was gonna say Tunic just because it was the only game there I played, but just to make it interesting, they pick a different one. White. You got Tunic over here. I'm gonna go with, and I have no clue why this game is, but I'm gonna go with Stray. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Walking Cat game.
I mean,
Enjoy your free 5 points.
probably.
I don't know how a game can be up for Game of the Year but not win its primary category. So like that, it's like a shoe-in. It's a shoe-in that it's winning this category, but I don't want it to.
I don't think it's gonna win Game of the Year though. I think so.
Well, no, I don't think anybody thinks it's gonna win Game of the Year. But.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it makes it more likely that its compensation prize is Indie Game of the Year.
I'm curious. By the way, this is completely unrelated. What are these other indie games rated? Norco. Norco. So Norco is an 89. And Vampire Survivors. This is what's going to be funny about this category. If this holds up with Vampires. Okay, so Vampires. Yes, it does. Oh my god. So guys, Stray's up for Game of the Year. And this is totally unrelated. Stray is the lowest rated game on this list.
But it's up for the Game of the Year.
I'm just letting you know. Literally, Neon White's the highest reviewed game on this list. Then Norco. Then Tunic. Then Vampire Survivors. Then Stray. I had to look up the other ones it was competing against. And I'm still shocked that a 4-hour indie game is that reviewed lower than all these other indie games is going to probably win that. It's dumb. Anyways. Here's the one that Mike and I should have some issues with. Content Creator of the Year, because neither of us are up for the award.
I don't believe in this prize because, I mean, how did they choose? Like, what's the selection process? Did they just pick I don't know. I mean, first thing what is it? They're all streamers, right? Are they all streamers? They're not really.
So here's what I don't get. I need to go to Twitch quick. One of these I didn't understand, but I need to check Twitch to make sure that I'm not being stupid.
I mean, in all fairness, Mr. Beast made it to 100 million subscribers this year. He's a top YouTuber right now when it comes to views on his channel.
Okay. Okay.
And when it comes to content creation, he's being more innovative than most.
So here's my problem. But but here's my thing. So content creator is for a streamer or content creator that who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2022. And I find that interesting because the community we're talking about should be the gaming community.
Yeah, that's not clear, right? It's not.
It doesn't specify gaming community. So what community? Because we have Carl Jacobs, who, by the way, yes, he's part of the Mr. Beast crew. He's only ever made 28 videos, and he hasn't put one up on YouTube in a long time. He does stream on Twitch once a month. So how he qualifies, it's not what he does. He's not a streamer, guys. He streams once a month, and he gets good views because he's part of the Mr. Beast group. But Mr. Beast is the one making the difference.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how Carl Jacobs is even on this list. Then we have Ludwig, which is fine. He made a move over to YouTube. He does do some game streams. He recently beat God of War Ragnarok on stream. He's more of a variety streamer, but he does do games. Then we have Nebelian. Then we have Nobru, and then we have QT Cinderella. I don't know how they come up with these. I feel like this award every year, because it's decided by the media, right? A whole bunch of media outlets are who decide who's up for the nominations. And media outlets legitimately do not like content creators. So I think every year they purposely choose a bunch of people that aren't competing with what they do.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's just a thing. Like, when is there ever a standard YouTuber thrown up in like where's Game Explain? Where's Beat 'em Ups? Where's people who actually sit there and cover games all the time or play games all the time? The Nintendo podcast, #1 podcast in the world.
Yeah,
this can't get on here. Like,
you know why it shouldn't be a category? Because if you're gonna choose a content creator, within content creators, there's a rabbit hole to go through. There's so many different types of content creators, because then you have to go into content creator in this side, best content creator in this, and then so there's way too much to go to into when it comes to content creators.
I guess the way you can narrow it down to is they say who made a positive impact on the community. So if you want to say like people who raise the most money for charity or something, like, okay, cool. That's a way to narrow it down. Like, who did something for others, not just themselves. But even then, how do you decide?
Yeah.
So it's a strange category, but it is what it is. How many points we call on this one?
I'll give it 1.
Got a 1er. Just because Mike hates this category.
Right?
I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. There's no depth into the category. You know what I mean? It's just it feels so just placed there. It's not really in the Game Awards.
I know. It makes no sense. And some of these people don't even play games all the time, or like gaming is what they're known for. Either way, I'm putting Carl Jacobs just because I feel like he'll win just because he's related to Mr. Beast. I'm throwing him on there. Eric, who you got?
I'm going to go with QT Cinderella, just because.
Okay. QT Cinderella. And then who we got from you?
Nice.
Goku, well, is not an option.
I'll go with Carl.
Carl. Poor Ludwig. All he wants to do is win an award. All right. Why is there such a gap? Hey, Google Docs. What are you doing? Okay, I guess I'm just going to massive gap. All right, next up. Best multiplayer. As they say, for outstanding online multiplayer.
Yeah.
So this has nothing to do with local. So we can't consider local in our decision making here. Including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. I feel like every award should be irrespective of platform. I don't know why they have to note that.
Yeah.
It's a little strange note, almost like there's a bias. What's this one going to be worth?
If Fortnite's in there, it's gonna win.
well, how many points are we calling this one?
Oh, okay, yeah.
3 because we haven't had a 3.
3. All right.
Make it
There
interesting.
we go. We got a 3.
Throw a random number in there.
We got a 3.
Yeah.
Mike, let's have you go first on this one. The choices are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3. Oh, we got a Nintendo game in there. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge.
I don't think I think that Multiverses, no. That's sort of like they should have just put Smash Bros in there.
But that's not a new game this year.
Oh, that's true. But,
Yeah, these are
I'm
new
gonna,
games this year.
I'm gonna go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We gotta vote for Shredder's Revenge. All right. 87 on Metacritic. Good choice. What do you got, Eric?
That's what I went with.
Shredder's Revenge. All
Yeah.
right. I'm going with Multiverses because I know that it was really, really big for a time, and it's got a bunch of people's favorite IPs, and I think the media will love that. Plus, they don't play Smash because they don't play Nintendo games. I don't even know how Splatoon 3 made it to the list. I feel like it just was put on there because it's a multiplayer game from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually played it.
But, you
I'd probably be
a
Call of
little-
Duty will probably what's going to end up winning, to be honest. So now we have our best sports/racing game. I find this category funny because racing is a sport, so I don't know why we have to clarify sports/racing. But sure. How many points this one's going to be worth?
2 just because.
2? Got
2
it.
just
Yeah.
because.
Eric and Nate. All right. I guess I can. Let's have Eric go first on this one. We got F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ali World.
F122.
F1 22 for Eric. All right. I'll go with Ali World because it's the unique one on the list.
Yeah. Is this the year where they gave Kobe the special edition?
For NBA 2K?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or was it the last
I
year?
did not get NBA 2K this year. So I usually get it every year, but I skipped this year. For now. My Bucks keep dominating. I might just have to get it.
I'll go with whatever Microsoft made.
Did they make any of these?
Did they?
I don't think they made any of these. EA Sports, 2K Sports, Sony Interactive Entertainment, and Private Division. Nope. Xbox doesn't own any of
Yeah.
those.
I'll go with the Sony one.
The Sony one, Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 7. All right. Next category, we got best sim/strategy game. Because, we have to combine those together. So when I hear best sim or strategy game, would The Sims count as a sim
Right.
game? You're simulating life?
Yeah.
Anyways, how many points are you going with this one?
I know Mario plus Rabbit Sparks of Hope
Is in it?
so
Yes. Yep.
I will buy with that one.
What are you saying? 5?
Yeah.
All right. So we got Mike, Eric.
We should honor every mention for Nintendo because they're very rare with the 5
Yeah,
points.
it's only 10, and half the mentions are in a single category.
Right.
Anyways,
You
it says
mean-
best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Again, I don't know why we have to include that. That should just be a default for every award. But whatever. We have Dune.
Except for the one award that apparently is just almost always straight Nintendo, which is Best Family.
But there is a non-Nintendo game on that one.
Oh, is there?
There is. Again, it's a game we both played. Dune Spice Wars. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Total Warhammer 3. 2 Point Campus. Victoria 3. Mike, what do you got?
I'm gonna stay faithful to Mario. Go with my boy. Mario plus Rabbits, Sparks of Hope.
All right. Eric, what do you got?
I got to throw Sparks.
Sparks of Hope. Well, again, this panel's biased and they don't actually play Nintendo games. So I'm going 2 Point Campus.
Is that campus game that came out, like college?
Well, that would be why it's called 2 Point Campus. Yes, it is. All right.
Game's boring.
You guys kind of see a theme. I'm kind of jaded at the moment against the Game Awards.
Yeah.
But you push on through because next up is what they should just call Best Nintendo Game.
Right.
The kiddie category.
Yeah. It's Best Family Game.
I think
Which
that's
literally
been like, what,
this category
90%
exists
Nintendo?
just so they have an excuse to make sure that Nintendo games are actually
presented.
included.
Yeah.
Even though, again, Nintendo had 5 exclusives this year, all rated 85 or higher, all of them better than half of the games that were up for Game of the Year this year, and Nintendo wasn't considered for pretty much any categories because apparently just being a really great game isn't good enough to be in the Game Awards, even though you're better than most of the games that are in the Game Awards. Anyways, moving on. I know I got a bias. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. When I hear that, best game for family play, that to me is multiplayer.
Which
And yet we got some single player games in here that you can actually play with the family. So I'm a little confused. I don't understand the category. I never have.
Yep.
How many points is
They do
this?
that
I mean,
all
it's
the
got to be at
time.
least 5 Nintendo
right?
games. Well, this
Yeah.
is like the Nintendo
Yeah.
game category.
Right.
So do we go
So-
10 on this one?
Yeah. 8. Just
8?
8 because random.
8.
8 because random.
Yeah, because we're not biased to Nintendo. We're
No.
not biased.
Yeah. Mike votes for every Nintendo game. This one's tough, though. There's too many.
Yeah.
So we got
I got my pick for this game.
We got Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I guess technically you could do multiplayer on that one. We got Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. We got Mario plus Rabbids: Sparks of Hope. We got Nintendo Switch Sports. Of all the Nintendo games, that's the one they chose, I suppose. And they got Splatoon 3.
I'm going with Switch Sport.
Switch Sports. All right.
Yep.
Eric, you got a choice?
I'm going to go with Kirby. Even though Sparks is there, I'm going to go with Kirby.
See, Kirby's the one that should win. It's going to be Lego Star Wars.
I mean, yeah.
I have a theory. Hear me out. If Tears of the Kingdom doesn't win most anticipated game, I think there's a realistic chance that Nintendo games get shut out. You have 5 of the top released games of the year, and I think Nintendo might get shut out.
Nice.
Like, shout out? What do you mean, shout out?
Shut out.
Like they won't win a single award.
Oh, okay.
Shut,
Okay.
not shout. Shut.
And Skywalker Saga is popular. It's Star Wars, and there's a shit ton of PlayStation reviews for it.
And Jeff Keighley could be feeling a little sour that Nintendo did not appear at Summer Game Fest. So,
Well, Nintendo didn't appear anywhere. They just did their own thing, but that's
no,
Nintendo.
I mean, they probably said no. We don't have time for that. So,
Jeff Keighley doesn't even have a vote.
anybody got time for
But
that?
he does pick the places that do vote. Next up, we have Best Fighting Game. Now, these are obviously new ones that came out this year. How many points are we going with this one?
Best fighting game.
Yes. So for the best game design, primarily around head-to-head combat, which is an interesting. There's a very interesting inclusion in here that doesn't make any sense based on how they say this category. But we'll talk about that in a moment.
Randomly?
3 points.
3.
All right. Sure.
Yep.
And we got my. Let's go. I'll go first. I haven't gone first in a bit here.
I should have just pulled up a random number generator and generate between 1 and 10. And
I'm
just
gonna go
talk
multiverses. I already picked it before.
There you
So,
go.
Eric, what do you got?
Yeah. What did I pick for that one?
Oh, by the way, the ones for this category are DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle R, The King of Fighters XV, Multiverses, and Sifu, which is notably not a head-to-head combat game.
Which is funny because that's what I picked.
It's not a head-to-head combat game, and it's in the head-to-head combat category. Why? Because apparently they couldn't be asked to load up a digital shop and notice that there are literally over 70 different actual fighting games that released this year. So they included a game they played that doesn't actually fit the category. But anyways.
And that's funny because that's the one I picked.
All right. Eric went with Sifu. All right. Mike, what do you got?
Multiverses.
Multiverses. All right. It should not be in this. It's just not the right. And you'll find out because it's going to be in a completely different category later. That's a completely different type of game. Like, seriously, Sifu is not a fighting game. That's just not what it is. Anyways, we'll find out because we'll find the real category for it in a moment. Next up, we have Best Role-Playing Game. Best RPG. How many points are you doing for this one? You got
10.
Nintendo in here. We're going to 10. There we go.
Ooh.
Going for the 10 spot. We haven't had one of those in a while. All right. So, Eric, want to read off the nominees?
For which one?
Best role-playing game.
Give me just a second to get to it.
Sure.
Role playing.
By the way,
Best family.
4
best
of these
family
games are exclusive to Nintendo.
Role playing. Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
And just to keep it a fair field, Elden Ring and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 are both up for Game of the Year.
Yeah, so Elden Ring is not going to win this category. I'm going with Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
All right. Eric, what do we got?
I said Elden.
Elden? I'm saying Elden too, because if Elden Ring can't be the best game in its literal own genre, then it can't be Game of the Year. I think that makes sense. If you can't be the best game in your own genre, then how can you be Game of the Year? Like, if you lose to Xenoblade 3 in your own genre, then Xenoblade 3 is better than you at your own genre, so then it's a better game, and then you win Game
I
of
don't
the
know.
Year.
I can make
But
the argument that
it's not going to happen.
in the NFL, the MVP is basically best quarterback, but the best offensive player generally goes to like a running back or wide receiver. Doesn't go to the same person that won the MVP.
Yeah, but that's because they need to rename MVP to just best quarterback.
Pretty much.
But here's the thing.
But it's kind of similar to that.
Elden Ring is up for 7 awards. I kind of get the feeling it's going to go 7 for 7.
Right.
By the way,
But-
this happened with Death Stranding back in the day, too. It just won everything. Except this time, Elden Ring might actually be deserving. We have the best, another fun category. No Nintendo games, though. We have the best action adventure game. How many points for on this one?
Let's give it a 4.
4. All right. Gotta keep my name orders the same over here. Eric, why don't you go first? Oh, wait, by the way, we had, A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. And notably, A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Stray are all up for Game of the Year.
What's the category?
Best action adventure game.
Woo.
So combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving is how they're describing it.
Yep, I got mine.
What do you got, Eric?
For that one, went God of War.
God of War. What do we got, Mike? Since you're already ready.
I'm going to Horizon.
Horizon. All right. I'm going God of War.
God of War's going to win Game of the Year. Even
Good.
though if it came out just last week.
Good. But it also shares a ton of categories with Elden Ring, and if Elden Ring wins those categories. Because it does say, when we get to Game of the Year, it will note that it is the game that was basically the best in the most categories, is like kind of what it says. But we don't know.
Nominated.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Next up, we do have a Nintendo game in this one. Best action game. All right. What are we going with for points on this?
There's a Nintendo game in it, so we have to go above 5. Like
6?
maybe 6.
6?
6.
Got it.
For random.
All right. So the nominees are Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, because that's actually what this is. It's an action game. It is not a fighting game, but I digress. And then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. None of these games are up for Game of the Year, so this feels like a completely wide open category. Who we going with for me? Whew, this is tough. I kind of feel like this is where Shredder's Revenge comes through. Where it gets the recognition it deserves. It's right here. What do we got, Mike?
Bayonetta.
Yeah, again, they don't play Nintendo games, so.
It's a consolation prize.
Literally,
Yeah, right.
all the
It's a
news around
consolation
Bayonetta
prize.
is, oh, it's horrible performance, it's horrible. And that's all the media knows. It's just in there because it's the number one action game for Nintendo.
On Nintendo.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's my watch. It does win. My jaw will hit the floor if Bayonetta wins an award. By the way, to be fair, Bayonetta 3 is the lowest rated of the 3 Bayonettas.
Yeah.
But
Dude, that would be the best justice that the game can actually receive.
you know
to
what's going to win
award.
Best Action Game? It's probably going to be Call of Duty.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
But most people call it an FPS, but there is no FPS category this
Right.
year because they reduced the categories. So,
Ah,
When you say
nice.
Call of Duty, I imagine a game with a whole bunch of porta potties.
anyways,
Nice. Sifu.
Sifu. All right. Eric's going 2 for 2 on the Sifu. Thinks it's going to be
Why not?
kind of a dark horse.
Why
A
not?
little bit of dark horse pick over here. Next up, we have the best VR AR. Obviously, there's no Nintendo here because, well, they didn't have any VR AR games come out this year. Nintendo Labo was a while ago. This says for the best game experience, playable in virtual or augmented reality, which I guess that would have made Mario Kart Home Circuit count, but again, that wasn't this year. Irrespective of platform, of course. We have After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2. Eric, what are we going with?
Moss, book 2.
Moss? Oh, wait. How many points for this, by the way? Anyone?
7.
7.
Just
7 was
because.
thrown out. All right.
Just
7.
because. It's
Seven.
it's something that I don't think
Moss
any of us know
Book
about.
2.
And if it hits, it's going to just be massive just because.
Awesome. Mike, what do we got?
I'll stay with Among Us.
Among Us VR. Man, yeah, I don't know who's going to win this at all because I don't play VR and I don't know what the media has been talking about with VR. I'm going to go. Here's my logic. I'm going to go with After the Fall because it's the only game here that looks like it's hyper realistic visuals, and we know how much the media loves hyper realistic visuals. So I'm going to go After the Fall. By the way,
Fall.
it might be totally deserving of winning,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Next up, 13 categories to go. We have innovation and accessibility, which actually I like that they keep this one around.
Yeah.
It's good to encourage accessibility features added to games. How many points are you going with for this category?
9.
Yes.
Nah, I knew Mike.
'Cause we haven't had a 9er.
We haven't had a 9er, and it's always important
Oh,
to be as
very
inclusive as
much so.
possible. Not every game could obviously do that, depending on what kind of game it is. But here's what we got. To just understand what this category means, it's recognizing software and or hardware. There's no hardware this year. That is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So we get As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry. So what are we doing?
What was that first one?
As Dusk Falls.
Go with that one.
You going with that one? All right. So Mike's down for As Dusk. Whoops. As Dusk Falls. I'm going to go with The Last of Us Part 1. How about you, Eric?
I went with As Dusk Falls.
Okay.
I just remember back at E3 that they focused heavily on just on their own the different types of accessibility that they actually included in their game, and it was crazy the amount of things that they did to make their game accessible. So
Yep. I totally agree there. All right. So next category is best community support. A category that I don't think should exist because there's 2 categories that we're about to hit here that sound exactly the same. and basically have the same games. But best community support, it's recognizing the game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including social media activity and game updates / patches. So the games up for this are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, Fortnite, and No
That's
Man's
14.
Sky. Oh, 14, sorry. Yeah, sorry. 14 is the online one. My bad. Fortnite and No Man's Sky.
So this is not about new games. It's more about
Ongoing community support, social media activity, updates, patches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the oldest game on the list?
The oldest game on the list is probably Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Okay. See, it's interesting, this category for me. Gosh. You know, I'm gonna stick with the Sony bias, Destiny 2, because Sony owns the studio.
There you go.
When in doubt, go with a Sony studio.
Yeah.
Wait, Sony owns Bungie?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they bought him after the
Yeah, yeah.
Bethesda deal went down.
Yep.
And what do you got, Eric?
Fortnite.
They did do that really
Did we
cool
come up with
no
a point
build thing.
system for this, though?
No, we did not. So that may want to know, 'cause otherwise it'd be worth 0. So what are we giving it? Do. Fine, I'm going to decide one.
Go for it.
We're going to give this one an 8
Okay.
because I say so.
Okay.
Even though I hate this category.
Right.
Random.
Next up, best mobile game. So this will be games on phones, tablets, etc. How many points?
Let's go to my...
7.
7. Got it. Here we go. Hey, gotta remember, we have an Apple employee on the cast here.
These
So.
are some big-ass numbers.
All right, so we got Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, and Tower of Fantasy.
For sure.
Mike, what do you got?
Genshin Impact.
I knew it. Eric, what do you got?
Diablo.
And I have Diablo Immortal as well. Actually, not that bad of a game. Little paywall-y at times. But otherwise, it's pretty fun. Man, we could give 7 to a mobile. I wonder how... Is the crowd upset with that? Is the crowd
Probably.
upset with
I
that?
haven't really been
Choo
paying
Choo
attention to-
Charles, unfortunately,
Yeah,
was not
right.
nominated for anything, guys. I'm sorry. Next up... is best indie game. So not best like new debut indie game, but best indie game overall. How many points are we doing for this one? Best independent game.
And roll it. 4.
You got a randomizer. Let's go. All right. So for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system, which is interesting because that definition would include any AAA publisher because they're not loyal to specific platforms. Anyways, I don't like the definition, but we all know what indie games are. So Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. Eric, what do we got?
Just because it's up for Game of the Year, and again, using your logic, if it doesn't win, it's stupid. So Stray, I guess. I mean, my heart tells me Tunic, but I go Stray.
Telling me no.
But my body. Yeah, no.
It's
Stray.
All right. Mike, what do we got?
Cult of the Lamb.
That
Yes.
game is great. That game is it's hilarious. Is what that game is.
I don't know. Never played it.
Again, I'm going Neon White because it is factually the best indie game that came out this year. Although it's not going to win anything because every category it's in, it's up against Stray,
Stray.
which is up
Or-
for Game of the Year.
yeah.
So, and it's a Sony exclusive.
Right.
I know, guys, it's on PC. I didn't forget. Guess how many PC reviews exist compared to Sony? It's all the media played it on Sony. Anyways, next category, and this is why I don't understand it. So they have best community support, which is basically an ongoing game, and then they have best ongoing game.
Yeah.
So on a game awarded for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So the best supported ongoing game, and then best community game, which is about support for the community along with content and DLC. And a lot of these games are exactly the same. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. It's almost as if this is the exact same award, just worded differently.
Slightly. Which is why the random number generator gave it a 2.
It's only fitting. Like so. Sure, Mike, what are we going with?
I feel like they created this this award so that it's like, you know what, let's all give them a participation badge. Here you go. Let's just create this one similar to this one. It's not the same, so we'll give them, so more people can win instead of having more losers. So I will stick with Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact. I will go with, when in doubt, Sony out, Destiny 2. What do we got, Eric?
I picked it for the last one. I might as well pick it for this one too, Fortnite.
All right. Again, don't know why we have two of what's essentially the same category, but I give them credit for reducing the categories. That's one they could reduce further. All right. So this is one that they're very proud of every year. Games for Impact.
What?
Wow. It's like the random number generator kind of knows what's going on, and it gave it a 7.
A 7. See, Games for Impact is cool because it's basically an emotional experience that helps people through hard times or whatever. Kind of the idea. How they describe it is for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, which usually upsets a lot of people because when you hear pro-social meaning, it usually gets into political stuff. And so people really don't like this category, but this is definitely a category the media absolutely loves. And that is why there are 6 games. By far, so far, the most amount up for a single category. We have The Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. So, who are we going with? Eric.
Damn. I'm kind of torn between 2 right now. I'll go with As Dusk Falls.
As Dusk
Stay with my
Falls.
original.
What do we got, Mike?
6. There are 6 nominations.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask my randomizer to choose one for me because I have no clue what these games are, what they're about. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say my favorite number is number 5.
So Hindsight.
Hindsight.
All right.
Imagine if I get it. Just be...
I'm gonna go with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.
The one I was torn between was that and or As Dusk Falls and then Endling, Extinction is Forever.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that obviously deals with death. So like they
Yeah,
usually
but
woos the crowd.
yeah, right.
Next up, here we go. This is a fun award. Best Performance. This is where our voice actors finally get some credit, right? So we have Best Performance, which is awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, or performance capture. So this is where we finally get the unsung heroes of our games get some credit. What do we give them for points here? 10. Oh, Mike got it out before.
No, it's better than what the
What
random
a
number
one?
generator. Yeah, gave it a 1.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
So here are your nominees. We have Ashley Birch for Horizon Forbidden West. We have Charlotte McBurney for A Plague Tale Requiem. We have Christopher Judge for God of War Ragnarok. We have Manon Gage for Immortality. And we have Sonny, I can't pronounce his last name, for God of War Ragnarok. So 4 of these were notably acting for Game of the Year games. Who are we going with, Eric?
I'm going to go with Manon. Manon Gage for Immortality.
All right.
I haven't heard any of them, but why not?
Mike,
That one hasn't
you
been
love
up
voice
yet, so.
actors. Who are we going with?
What about the kid from God of War?
Sonny?
Yep.
All right. Oh, here's where I think Plague Tale Requiem's going to get a win here. We're going to go with Charlotte from A Plague Tale Requiem. All right. Now, best audio design, which is not best music. This would be sound effects, nature sounds, gunshots, whatever. All the sound effects that aren't your music. Best audio design. How many points for this one?
Random.
2?
What? 2? Okay.
Got it. If Mike beats out the
Yeah,
randomizer
I'm
call up,
good.
that's the way we go. All right. I will go first. I haven't gone first in a bit. The nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. And I am going to say Horizon gets the win here. Mike, what do you got?
Yeah, I'll go with Horizon.
All right. Eric?
Shit, that was what I had.
All right. Wow. Our first category that we all agree? Because I went first. So I would have been like, screw you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
picking it
that,
for you.
yeah.
But hey, that's what happens. Next category, we have 5 less. See, this goes pretty fast, guys. Best score and music. So here we go. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtracks. All right. What do we got for points on this one?
Randomizer.
Randomizer. Points. 9.
Woo! It's a big one. This is a big one. All right. So the nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Getting in there for best music. Who we got, Mike?
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
What? I will go with. Gosh. I'm going to go God of War here. What do we got, Eric?
Plague Tale.
Plague Tale. All right. All right. Here we go. 4 categories to go. The category I hate the most this year. Best art direction. How many points?
4.
Yes.
1.
Nope. 1.
Oh, I heard
One's fine.
4. I heard 4 first.
Yeah.
Whoever gets it in first. That's how I've been doing it this whole time.
Yeah.
All right. Eric, why don't you go first on this one? Best art direction. The nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. All of them are using hyper-realistic art styles because we can't have variety in our choices. So, best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Anyways, I've said my piece, how upset I am that we can't consider any art direction that isn't hyper-realistic.
Right.
So,
Great.
well,
Well,
where
yeah,
are we going? Where are we going with this, Eric?
I mean, graphics outside of ultra realistic is just
They don't
not
count.
cool. No.
They don't count, yeah.
Yeah, no. Stray. Just cause.
People love their cats.
I love cats.
You know what? Screw you. Stray shouldn't be up for any awards, in my opinion. That being said, there's gonna be people in the chat mad at me about saying it shouldn't be up for anything. Mike, what do you got?
God of War. So this is there.
Yep, it's there.
I'll go with Stray.
What?
Just out of nowhere.
What? It's got a war there. Yeah, it's there. No, never mind. I'm not gonna go with that.
Let me see. Artistic design and animation. So which one of these looks visually most impressive? Elden Ring's not the most visually impressive. I think there's going to be some recency bias, and it's going to be God of War. All right. Next up, best narrative. A category I find hilarious, but I will explain in a moment why I find it hilarious. How many points for this one?
7.
All right, we got 7.
The random gave it 8, so it's close.
All right. So it says for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Notably, there are 0 JRPGs which are literally known for their story.
Hilarious.
And there's one of them up for Game of the Year that for some reason couldn't get nominated for Best Narrative because, you know, it's a JRPG and that's literally what they're known for. But anyways, A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality. Which one had the best story? Let's go with myself.
You had the best story? Okay.
No.
No.
Horizon Forbidden West. I don't think it actually has the best story, but I think there's a heavy Sony bias since it got 7 nominations, even though it's an 88. It's got to win something. Mike, what do you got?
Whatever you picked first.
Whatever I picked first? I picked Horizon. What?
Oh, I thought, the first on the list.
A Plague Tale Requiem.
A Plague Tale. Okay.
Yeah. No, wait. I don't like that. I don't like that name. The second one.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, that one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mike finally picked Elden Ring for something.
Yeah.
Eric.
I actually had Horizon as well.
All right. Next up, Best Game Direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. And I hate this category again. Just because of who's nominated. This is so much Sony bias. It's absolutely hilarious. Since games included in here are sequels where it was the original game that was the innovation, not the sequel that's just doing the same thing as the original but in a bigger world. Whatever. How many points is this worth?
2.
2.
Mike was a little bit more generous than the random number generator.
We got Eric go first. The choices are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. And again, God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West are sequels where their first games were what was innovative, not the second. But you know what? They're nominated anyways because they're Sony games. So, who's going to win? Eric?
Immortality.
Immortality. All right.
Why? I don't know.
I'll go next, and I'm going to say Stray because they fucking love cats. It's got 6 nominations. It's Game of the Year. I'll say this. A cat simulator for 4 hours is more innovative than God of War and Horizon. Since, by the way, doesn't mean those aren't better games, but they're not innovative. Like, it's like me saying Tears of the Kingdom's innovative. No, it's not. Breath of the Wild was the innovative game. The sequel is not. The sequel just improved on the thing that actually innovated. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Mike, what do we got?
Does the cat use a litter box in the movie?
No.
Game? Is it like a little trick you can use litter box, like up, down, down?
There, if I remember right, there's no litter box action.
Up, down, left, right, left, right.
Yeah, right.
Konami code and it uses the litter box.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go with Stray also. Let's follow the cat around.
Feel like Elden Ring might get that one, but we'll see. We'll see. And then, of course, the automatic 10 category, Game of the Year.
Or do we make it interesting and make it 12?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's give it a bonus 2 points just so it is
Game of the Year.
Just so it is the biggest one. You guys know my feelings on Game of the Year. Half the games shouldn't even qualify, but That's neither here nor there. We have A Plague Tale Requiem, 81 overall game. We have Stray, an 83 overall game. Then we have Elden Ring, something deserving to be on here at 96. God of War Ragnarok, another deserving game to be on here at 94. Horizon Forbidden West at 88. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at an 89. And this is how they determine the winner, recognizing the game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Notably, Horizon Forbidden West and Elden Ring are nominated for 7 categories. God of War Ragnarok is nominated for 10. Stray is nominated for 6. Xenoblade's nominated for 3. And A Plague Tale Requiem is nominated for 5. Because, A Plague Tale Requiem absolutely deserves to be nominated more than a game that's 8 points better than it in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But Xenoblade Chronicles 3 couldn't even make it into Best Narrative, which is the best thing about the game. So, let's go. What's winning, guys? I'm going last, no matter what. You guys fight for who's going first.
12 points. This is 12 points.
Yes, this is a big deal. This could flip the entire bet. And we don't even know what the punishments and the awards are yet.
Yeah.
We'll decide that in a moment. But
F it. I'm going to throw it out there, Eldon, just because it's going to probably sweep everything just because.
it is the top-rated game, but has less nominations than others. So, all right, Mike.
I'm going to make it interesting. Just because the bot showed up saying, find yourself a hot girl here, I'm going to go with
Stray?
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
You going with what?
Xenoblade.
Yeah, he's staying with his Nintendo loyalty. Here's the thing. I can guarantee you that none of the people voting for this actually played Xenoblade. They just put it on there to make sure that, one of the highest rated games of the year actually is in Game of the Year. Not because they actually played it and know anything about the game. Because the media voting don't play Nintendo games. That being said, this is clearly between God of War Ragnarok and Elden Ring. However, the media is trying to make it seem like Horizon Forbidden West actually has a chance. And this is a 12-pointer. So this is where I'm a little torn because God of War Ragnarok has the most nominations. And every time that happens, that's usually the shoe-in for Game of the Year. But Elden Ring set the bar at a 96. It is one of the highest rated games ever. I don't know how that can't win. Except that God of War Ragnarok came out recently and the votes are happening now. And Elden Ring is old news. Sony bias is real. God of War.
We should really just keep it.
It's not Game of the Year.
We should really
It's
just
really
keep
not,
We
but-
should really just keep a tally on how many Sony games win.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
So next up, we have to decide reward for the winner, punishments for the losers. All right. So let's go with the fun part first. The punishments. What are the losers gonna have to do?
Yeah.
Crowd, you can chime in, crowd. Chime in chat. This is a live podcast. Chat, if you want to chime in and say what should happen to the losers. There will be 2 this time, not just 1.
Wear some kind of costume to a podcast?
33% chance. Actually, 66% chance. I don't know. It's something.
A third.
Chat. What do we got? Any punishment ideas for the losers?
Eat a whole jalapeno. That's not a punishment.
Yeah, dude, I have had things. Dude, I still have the bomb hot sauce
Ooh,
here.
God. That could be. Oh. Drink 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Oh.
That's just a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it is.
Cavities. Yes.
Yeah, right? Push a card down
Losers
the block.
have to play Stray. Stray isn't a bad game. It just isn't deserving for the number of nominations it has, and it's definitely not a Game of the Year candidate.
All right, so I vote for like dress up as an embarrassing costume for a podcast. You can put that there, and then maybe put a poll in the chat Like select a punishment. The Eric selects the punishment. You select the one. The chat select the one. We can pull it.
Sure. I'm making a poll right now. Mine's gonna be I'll tell you guys what it is. Well, you'll see it when the poll goes up. Eric, what punishment do you think it should be?
Jesus,
Come
these
on.
are ridiculous.
You come up with something.
Oh God.
All right, I gotta add mics in anyway. So
Yeah.
dress up as whatever for the podcast, as an embarrassing character, or do you got something in mind specific?
Dress up as Princess Peach.
You know that's not a punishment for you, right?
No, I mean it is for me. I will dress up as any other character, like Mario, Luigi. Yoshi. That's why I didn't choose those, because I know that those wouldn't be a punishment. I chose either Princess Peach, Princess Daisy.
Eric's like searching the internet for something good and he's not finding anything.
Oh, they're not good.
Why do you think the death wheel? I had to come up with all my own ideas because the internet ideas are lame. Dude, we've done worse things.
Oh no, the person who loses has to watch a cheesy Christmas movie. The fudge.
But I like cheesy Christmas movies.
Right?
Wow, look at Sam West. Loser has to demonstrate Manscaped.
Live on stream. Not on my channel. Eric, I guess you're starting up your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I think I read all the sponsorships.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's a good one too. Loser must buy the winner Tears of the Kingdom. So whoever loses has to, like, both losers have to
Split
pay for
it.
half and
Yeah,
half
it'd be
of
split,
the Kingdom for the winner.
Well, anyways, this is Eric's choice.
I mean, that's not a bad
I
one.
mean, we all know we want Tears of the Kingdom, so that's like here's the thing. Here's the problem with that.
It's
If I win,
it's gonna be.
If I win and you guys buy me Tears of the Kingdom, that's cool. I'm going for the big box $300 edition.
Right,
So.
that's just it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be the big box. It's not just a game or a digital code. It has to be like the actual big box.
So the big boy.
Wolf.
If there's
That's
a commitment. That is a commitment. But also, the winner will be very happy.
Yeah.
The winner will be very happy. Watch, it's Eric.
Yeah.
He'll be very pleased. Of course, getting the pre-order in is half the battle.
Are you picking it, Eric? Because I'll pick that.
You're going to change yours?
Yeah, well, if Eric doesn't pick it, I'll pick it.
No, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Pay for half of the big box to your TOTK. All right. For winner. All right. Well, we'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. So it kind of makes me want to change mine now.
Yeah.
I've got some good punishments.
Yeah. I mean, you could pull one off the punishment wheel and then just do a.
No.
I was gonna say that hot sauce challenge from the
Here we go.
hot ones.
Hold on. Must contain 1 in 35 characters. What one's wrong? Was one of these over? Oh. All right, there we go. So this is on there. So I put full shot of the bomb plus a shot of PJ. PJ's pickle juice. But I made the mistake of trying pickle juice after one, and it does not help.
No?
Nope. Imagine a salty, watery thing doesn't help get rid of hot sauce. It just amplifies it. But we'll see which one wins.
Shot of the bomb. I'm pretty sure that's gonna win. Princess Peach.
We'll let this poll go until right towards the end of the podcast. So we'll see what it's at the end. Because we have 7 votes. Let's let it go. All right. So the last thing I want to talk about before we wrap up, because we'll be wrapping up here in a moment, is we have to recognize that Shigeru Miyamoto had his birthday today.
Nice.
70 years old.
Woo.
So I want to go around the pot here, and let's talk about what Shigeru Miyamoto means to us. A legend in the industry. Maybe the legend in the industry. So I feel like Mike might have something nice to say here. The Mario man himself.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, so-
what does Shigeru Miyamoto mean to you?
So when I first, and I was 8.5 years old when I first moved to Puerto Rico, because I was born in Boston. I didn't know Spanish. I went to Puerto Rico in Spanish. My dad stayed behind, and it was difficult because we were without my dad for a long time. We were in this really old house with a really outhouse bathroom, not even an in-house. It was an outhouse bathroom, one of those little wooden ones. So it was a difficult time for us. Me as a kid, I was like super scared. And I remember my dad coming home finally after like a month, without seeing him, and he was carrying this box, and in the box was my first ever NES, which by the way, back there, with Super Mario. That was one thing that I will never forget, and that's basically why I started the Nintendo channel. So I have Miyamoto to thank for that moment, because during that time, I feel like after not having my dad for a long time, having my dad back in with us, and then us just playing Super Mario, like just literally overnight. Me telling my dad, hey, if you actually jumping through that hole, then you get a free life. And just watching my dad just go down the hole and getting and just starting all over again, just so that I can go, because I was always Luigi, he was always Mario. It's a memory that I'll never forget, and I know that it's Mario is a character that has basically made so many memories for so many people. Yeah, that's my story. So happy birthday, Shigeru Miyamoto. You created a character that is here now and will actually live for, your legacy is cemented in Nintendo, because you are Nintendo. Without Mario, there would be, I feel like there would be no Nintendo. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, it almost kind of feels that way.
Thanks, Taker610, the $2.
Yeah.
What's he mean to you, Eric?
Pretty much my childhood, because I mean, growing up, it was playing a whole lot of Nintendo games, and I mean, Mario 64 was one of my bigger games that I played as a kid. I know, and just hanging out with you, it was a lot of Legend of Zelda. One of my favorite characters is Donkey Kong, and I mean, he's just created so many iconic characters for Nintendo that it's just absolutely insane. And yeah, as Mike said, it almost feels like without him, Nintendo wouldn't be Nintendo. But I mean, you will never know. But man, the guy's done a whole lot, and it's made my life pretty damn good. So
yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto, he's obviously an industry icon. There's very few other game creators that are on the level of Miyamoto, just because of the IP that he's responsible for. Like, he is the sole creator of Donkey Kong, the sole creator of Mario, the sole creator of Zelda, the sole creator of Pikmin. The sole creator of, gosh, what was the other one I was looking at? The
Star Fox.
Sole creator of Star Fox. He's also the sole creator of Nintendogs. And no, not everything he's done has always been great. He was the sole creator of Wii Music. Didn't go so well for him. But
Wii Fit.
Yes, and Wii Fit. But he's also done other things. Example, he created Radar Scope. That's actually his first game he ever made for Nintendo, for those who don't know. It was an arcade game way back in the day. But he's been involved with a lot of other IP as well. He was the producer on the first Ice Climbers. He was the producer on Mother, not the creator, but the producer on Mother. He was the producer on the first F-Zero game. He was the producer on the first Wave Race game. He was the producer on Kirby's Adventure. He was the producer of Killer Instinct. He was the producer of Yoshi's Story, 1080 Snowboarding as well. Producer on Mario Party, the original Super Smash Bros. Him and Masahiro Sakurai getting together, making it happen. Mm-hmm. He was the producer on Wario Land, and also the first Luigi's Mansion.
Nice.
He was also the producer on Super Smash Bros. Melee. He was the producer on Eternal Darkness. The first Metroid Prime. He not only was the producer for Pac-Man Verse, he was the lead artist for Pac-Man Versus. He was the producer of the very first Mario plus Luigi Superstar Saga game.
That's one series that I could see coming back.
He was the producer of Animal Crossing, the original. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. Miyamoto gets credit for that as well. Chibi Robo. Geist. Wii Sports. For those who don't know, Shigeru Miyamoto has not been a director of a Mario game in a long time. But who here knows the last Mario game he was the director for? And he was the producer, of course.
Mario Sunshine?
Super Mario Galaxy. How many people knew that that was his brainchild idea?
Director, and then he was producer for 2.
Yeah,
looks like.
Yeah, he was producer for 2, but he was the lead creator behind Super Mario Galaxy. He technically didn't produce Wii Fit, but he was the lead illustrator for Wii Fit, so he created the Wii Fit characters.
Nice.
The Wii Fit balance board doing its little dance, all the graphics, the visuals. He hand drew all that stuff. He was the producer on Punch-Out. This is an encapsulation of an absolute legend's career. He is leading the charge with the Mario movie. He was leading the charge with Nintendo World. This guy, just going over this, I'm not even listing every game that he was a producer on. I just listed like the first game in a series that he was a producer on because he's producer in so many more. That's why I was like, I didn't mention Mario Galaxy 2 because, yeah, well, he was producer on Galaxy 1. Of course he was on 2. He just didn't direct 2. The guy's a legend, man.
Just a reminder, we got 29 votes and we have 65 people watching. So vote, guys. Vote, vote, vote.
Ocarina of Time. One of the highest reviewed games ever. Ever. Holds records on most review aggregate websites as the best reviewed game to exist in human history. That was his idea. That was his last directed Zelda game. His last gift to the Zelda community. It is insane to think about what this man has done for gaming.
Right.
And no, not everything's a hit. Wii Music didn't really slap. Wii U was his idea. Didn't really take off. But he is so iconic that if we ever find out he's on his deathbed, don't be surprised if it gets suggested we cryogenically freeze him and hope we can bring him back in the future. Because he's been that important to the history of gaming. He helped Nintendo save the gaming industry. Video gaming wouldn't be what it is today without him. No, Nintendo would probably be around. Nintendo existed before him. They'll exist after him. Don't know if they would be doing what they're doing now exactly. I have no idea what direction Nintendo would have taken. They were a highly successful company for a long time.
I don't think they would without Mario and Zelda and the IPs. Nintendo's their IPs.
Well, they've had other creatives, so I'm trying not to like take away from their other creatives. Obviously, Miyamoto's been the biggest, but they've had other creatives. Iwata was severely important to the company back then, and then so was Sakurai and others. So they had some other big name people doing things. Kirby is not attributed to Miyamoto. That's a Sakurai creation. The Pokemon games, nothing to do with Miyamoto. Has a huge thing to do with Iwata. If it wasn't for Iwata, we would have never got Red and Blue. Because they couldn't make the games run. They couldn't make them work. They were going to abandon the entire idea of Pocket Monsters. And then Iwata came along and single-handedly basically recoded the entire game to make them work.
Damn.
He was that brilliant.
Yeah.
So they had some other important creative people. So I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what,
But-
but because Miyamoto's not a programmer, right? He's more of he's an artist and an idealist. He comes up with the ideas, and back in the day, and we've seen this with the original Mario, Super Mario Brothers and stuff. He would draw the levels on graph paper and then have people go in and program them.
That's crazy.
Like he was doing
But, yeah.
hard. Like you guys back in school, you were drawing making up things, and I had like slime things I was making. Imagine you do that, and then your creation comes to life.
Right.
Your idea comes to life, and that's what he was. He was an artist, an idealist.
Is.
And he came, well, yeah, but he just doesn't really do it that much anymore.
Yeah, but still. I mean, I'm sure he's still got plenty of ideas and things that are on
Like
there.
he's the producer officially on Pikmin 4, but he's not the director. Someone else is directing the game. But he doesn't really direct games anymore. Like his credits on things in the last decade are pretty slim. Pikmin 3 and Star Fox Zero are kind of it. He doesn't really do much anymore in that regard. Now he is in charge of overseeing the entire game development. But he's got people under him doing a lot of that work. He mostly just tries to make sure that if a Mario game comes out, it's not a bastard child that shouldn't exist that's going to ruin the reputation of the series, right? Like, he still has the power to flip tea tables if he wants to flip tea tables. It's a famous thing he did once he gave up director roles. Is like Eiji Aonoma's doing his thing, and all of a sudden he comes in and he's like, no, this is shit. And he just flips the tea table and says, start over again. That don't work for me. Like, he's not even making the game. And he's just like, no, this is just a shit idea. We're throwing this in the garbage, and you need to restart all over again. Imagine working on something for 6 months and then being told it's garbage, and you're being told that by Miyamoto. And he's like, "Oh, by the way, but I'm not going to do the work for you. Be better, do better, come back to me with something better." And he did. I mean, the whole reason Eiji Aonoma got to take over is because him and a certain other director had an idea for Majora's Mask, and Miyamoto said, "You got a year," and then he pulled it off, and he pulled it off masterfully, and that's how Eiji Aonoma got to take over the Zelda series. Because he proved to Miyamoto that I can do it. I don't need you. It's crazy to me what Miyamoto's meant to my life. The hard times I've gotten through because of games he directly is responsible for. He's created some of the most beloved and most iconic characters of all time. The fact that he's 70 and you could just... look at him, and he's just so cheerful all the time. Has anyone seen Miyamoto frown in public? Does this even happen?
Yeah,
does he know how to frown? Does he know how to frown?
The holy, yeah. I got a picture of him kind of not happy here.
Oh, let me see. Flip turn upside down. Oh, that's just a serious face. Yeah. That's his. That's his sitting face at like an investors meeting. Yeah, when he sits at investors meetings,
smiley.
When he sits at investors meetings, he just goes like this.
Or there's this one. That one's always fun.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Dude, Miyamoto.
He's got many faces.
I know I'm almost speaking of him like he's dead, but he's not. But it's going to be a sad day in gaming when that day comes, because it's going to come in my lifetime. Knock on wood that I don't die before him. But he is literally the definition of an icon, and we'll never have another one like him. He's 69 years old at the time. Super Nintendo World opens up, and he's jumping out of warp pipes. Because he's just having fun. The joy he brings. Like, Nintendo will never be the same if he retires, which I don't know if he'll ever retire, or if he passes away. Like it'll never be the same. So, thank you, Shigeru Miyamoto, for everything you've done, for everything that you continue to do on behalf of Nintendo. Thanks for all the memories, the hard times you helped me through. And thanks for helping set up Nintendo's IPs to have them in good hands. I think Zelda's in great hands. I think Mario is in great hands. And you set that up. You trained these people. You got the people currently running the IP you created. They got there because you helped them get there. So thank you. And hopefully we see you at E3 next year, buddy. Because I'm ready, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up. I'm surprised we didn't get more votes. We're stuck at 32, but that's okay. It's pretty obvious that the losers will have to dress up as Princess Peach for our podcast.
Nice. What's the winner get? Just does not have to dress up as
Well,
Princess Peach?
the thing is,
yeah.
If the big box Tears of the Kingdom one, that kind of killed two birds with one stone, but it didn't win. So, so let's end that poll. The winner.
Let's make that the winner.
No. You don't have a vote for a punishment and then just make that for the winner, so then it's like a double punishment. No. Let's go with screw it. The winner of the TGA betting special is going to start what should have started with our betting special years ago. A trophy will be created and will be sent to the winner.
Yeah, nice.
That will have you listed as the winner of this tournament. Now, there's going to be room on it to engrave more and more winners for future betting specials. We should have had this made a long time ago, but it's getting official. We're getting an official trophy.
Hold on. Do we change this up then?
I know people who make trophies, so this should be pretty easy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just, I'm just trying to figure this out. So is it the losers pay for the engraving of the trophy?
That probably makes sense, yeah.
So
that's
the
pay
punishment?
for the overall trophy because it's the Nintendo Prime betting special. I'll buy the trophy.
But then going forward, our punishments are then the loser pays for the engraving of the trophy?
Sure.
So the trophy has to say either the winner is going to be the best podcaster / content creator to ever live.
Yeah, that's not really how that goes. You know what's going to be funny? Like if Mike wins and it says, Mike Odyssey TGA 2022 winner or whatever. He's gonna when the next person wins the next betting special for like E3 or something, Mike's gonna send it to the winner, and he will have literally taken Sharpie and wrote best content creator.
Right. So So it's engraving and shipping.
Well, yeah. I mean, whoever has the trophy at the moment would have to ship it unless they win it.
Losers pay for engraving and shipping.
Sure.
That's good.
So
Nate's going to have a Peach costume sitting at his house by default. No, I do not have one at my house. And the funny thing is I'm a big boy. So when I go online to buy one, I can't buy one that fits a normal person. I got to go to the plus size, or I got to find it. I mean, no, I'm sorry. True cosplay, you make your own.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make my own. I don't got time for that.
I mean, I can...
You can also wear a pink Peach t-shirt and a crown. That counts, right?
I don't have either of those.
I mean, I found a...
Is Mike trying to confess what he already has at his house?
I found one of these.
That's not bad. I would legit just wear that.
Right? It's not terrible.
Oh, I mean, I'd get a lot of questions.
I mean, yeah.
But I would legit wear that. Anyways, he was showing me something like a hoodie thing. It's kind of cool. Anyways, I'm not really worried about it because bottom line is I'm going to win.
Yeah. So we're still doing the Peach
I'm not
thing?
really that worried about it.
So we're still doing the Peach thing and then starting
Peach
the next one?
Starting
next.
Yeah, I'll take care of the trophy this time because it's the first one. And, I should probably talk to them since it's in 3 weeks. Because that way we can have the trophy during the show.
Yeah.
Because I got to see what options they have or if I should go online and get it instead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but just have it made on the same day as the show. That way you can actually engrave the name of the winner.
No, what? Because I want the trophy ahead of time so I can show the trophy. Because otherwise we won't have the trophy. The trophy will be at the trophy shop.
You can show like a picture of the trophy.
Or I could just hold the trophy because I'm gonna win. Somehow, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Nate. Yeah, Nate.
Yep. And you know what? Even before it gets engraved, I'll have my dry erase marker on hand. Make sure I notate who the real winner is. But anyways, no, I know we got some friends who own a trophy shop, so I'll talk to them and see what they can do for a trophy for us. And if that doesn't work out, there's ones I've seen online that I can order. So
I mean, we can always snap off a leg from our one of our chairs here and use that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just grab some old Nintendo Prime broken merch and strap a lamp to it. And
Right?
here's your trophy. Good old days. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap up for the Nintendo Prime Podcast, episode 76, our Game Awards betting special. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, and we'll have some things to talk about that aren't the Game Awards, unless for some reason the Game Awards come back up.
Good.
I will say one thing. Are you guys excited for the Game Awards, or are you guys just kind of like, eh?
Well, I'm excited for the Game Awards because of this, because of the contest.
So you're welcome
Makes it
for
more-
making Game Awards exciting. You're welcome.
Yeah, so it's makes it more fun because of this. This could be like a yearly tradition, you know.
Well, it is. We've had a betting special for this. We also have one for E3. We try to do directs, but they're so random that it's really hard to set up for directs. Was there any other yearly event that we've done it before, or an event that we knew about ahead of time enough to do one for?
I mean, I think we did E3/Summer Game Fest.
We did that. Yep.
And then Game Awards. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the two of those.
Yeah, those are usually the two because they're the regular, the regular events. Nintendo doesn't have any other regular events to really go off of. Anyways, maybe there will be someday. There'll be more events. We'll be able to go off it. All right, Fantasy Game Awards.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe one of the times we'll change it up and we'll go, no, we're making our own bingo cards. Seeing if anybody gets a bingo.
Actually, that would be kind of cool.
That'd be fun for E3, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, it would.
We'll see. But then again, the bingo winner still gets the trophy.
Yeah.
But the losers, see, sometimes the punishment for the losers is where all the fun really comes in. I'm just glad that I don't have to, because I'm assuming I'm going to lose.
Actually, that'd be really.
Well, you know what? No, I think I'm going to win because I was going with the Sony bias. I legitimately think it's a Sony bias thing, so I think I'm going to win. I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah.
I picked the shot of the bomb because I wanted to watch you guys do it at the same time on the podcast and suffer.
Right. No, that'd be actually really interesting is to just take all the games nominated for everything, throw them on a bingo card, and see if somebody can actually get a bingo. It doesn't matter what they won. It's just whatever's on there, you just put it would just randomly generate onto a bingo card, and if you won bingo, that's great. But
Nope.
no,
No.
I know.
Anyways, well, we're already thinking of the next betting special before we even get there. It's like a long ways away. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Go check out Mike Odyssey's channel if you haven't. He's got amazing content. What won your poll for next week? What kind of content we got rocking next week? That's right. Mike did a poll to figure out what content he's making next week.
Nice.
Yeah, regular O news, daily Nintendo news week. I'll try to make it fun.
Yeah.
Well, he
always
basically
fun.
said he's tired. He's tired of talking news. So he was hoping that something else we could vote for, but he threw it on there
voted
anyways.
news.
And now he's like, "Oh damn it! Now I gotta make it fun."
Nice.
My videos, I make fun. I make them fun anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's why you're blowing up. I'm too serious. People get mad at me. I'm just, Nate, why so serious? I don't know. Because gaming's serious to me, but also silly.
What? The following week, I am gonna do the next gen games. So it's gonna be the entire week talking about or breaking down a different next gen game.
It's almost like you have this theme that you're trying to keep hitting on in the algorithm that keeps performing very well for you.
Yeah. I mean, we have to ride the wave, right?
The wave that you self-created.
I didn't self-create the next gen wave.
Basically did. No one else was talking about it for a week. Only you.
Right. And oh yeah, and they're flocking this way.
That's all good. All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of your evening, good day, good whatever. We'll catch you same time. Well, hopefully a little bit earlier next week.